We're talking growth. We're talking heartbreak, the moments that like quietly change you. So if you've ever needed space to figure yourself out, this one is for you, Olivia. I'm so happy to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yay.
I love that. I appreciate it.
So the new single, Distance Makes a Love Story, it sounds kind of like a romance story, but really it's about your relationship with yourself. Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind it?
Totally. I think, love songs are so relatable. So I wanted to write something that I felt like everybody could relate to while also putting my own experiences into it. And my last album was so heavy. It was so emotional. It was so dark. Yeah. And this project kind of started at the tail end of that and where I was at that point in life, and realizing that I didn't really know who I was anymore. And I was thinking a lot about my past self, and I was kind of grieving her after all the things I'd gone through. And I kind of wanted to pose that question of, if I went back in time and I talked to that version of me, would she accept me now? Would she like me now? But there's also that point in the song where I talk about how even though I want to be back with that person, I'm still that girl that wants to go and like chase her dreams. So even though a lot of things happen and a lot of bad things that weren't so fun, I don't regret going through all of those things at the same time. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, but that's kind of where it came from.
I love that so much. If I always say, as a songwriter, like going through big, major heartbreak and life changes, it's like research.
Yes, totally.
It's research. So that journey from Spiderwebs, which was your last album, to Distance Makes a Love Story, it was kind of a bit of a metamorphosis, yeah?
Yeah, and it's quite interesting. Like, music, it's obviously so personal, and there were a lot of songs on that last project that it was all about my life. Some of them, maybe the story's not so accurate, just the feeling that I was going through at the time. It was really deep and heavy, and it was something I more so had to put out, or really wanted to put out, just to purge all those feelings. But after that, sometimes you don't realize that when you're done with trauma or a bad experience, that rebuilding yourself and trying to figure out who you are is also so difficult. And like I said, I really grieved that person, because the last album ended on the song Home, and I really just wanted to go back home to who I was. Yeah. And I learned in that process of life that that's not really how things work, and there are parts of you that are still there and the same, but there's a lot of you that's different now, and trying hard to go get who you were back is almost like a losing battle. And you might as well just try to let it go a little bit and figure out who you are. But there's always that part of you that your younger self, you love that version of you, and maybe you didn't at the time too. So in hindsight, it's always interesting.
That's such a beautiful sentiment. So distance itself in that song, what does that mean for you? Can you explain kind of like the metaphor a little bit for us?
I think like the whole Distance Makes a Love Story thing for me is that like sometimes you have to growth is letting things go, even if you love them. I've been saying that a lot lately, but I feel like that is kind of the point of the song. It's also, even though I really want to be who I was, to grow as well still, I have to let that go, even if I loved it. It was good. It was great while it happened. Totally. And now what's next is also so exciting.
I love that. So speaking of what's next, what is on the horizon for you?
I mean, I've got a lot planned. I'm excited to talk about, especially more in the future as things start to unfold. Yeah. But I've just been making so much music, and I feel like it really represents that chapter in between who you were and who you are next.
So if you were to describe like this era right now of Olivia Penalva, what like if you had 3 words to describe it, what would they be?
That's a really good question. I think growth. 3 words. Goodness me, I write with them every day, and I can't think of one more right now. I think the biggest thing is this project is really about growth.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I'm curious, what do you hope someone going through something right now feels when they hear this song?
I hope that they feel understood, but I also think an interesting thing about being an artist, and we write to relate to people and not just make others feel heard, but sometimes to feel understood ourselves. And so for me, like I just hope that, yes, they do find something in it that relates to their life, and however it applies. But it's also such a great experience for me to see when people say, I connect to this, I relate to this, because we do it so they don't also feel so alone, but I don't feel so alone either when there's that connection. So I say that, if that makes sense.
What's the response been like so far?
It's been amazing. It's been so nice to see people super supportive, and especially because in that last chapter, I really did step away publicly. I did not want to be seen by the world. I did not want to. Music was really hard for me at the time of if I wanted to continue or not.
Yeah, I get that totally.
Yeah, it's hard. And so to see people loving this next chapter, and it's so personal to me, it just makes me feel really happy.
I'm so happy to hear that. And I'm so glad you're back and making more music. So is this going into like an album, you think? Are we thinking tour soon? Because I know like playing live is something that you really love doing too.
Yes. I would love to get back out live, and I think that was the other part. I want music that's really fun to perform live.
Yeah.
I'm proud of everything I do, but I don't want to make people sad the whole time. So that is definitely a goal of mine, and people can definitely expect more music.
We're so excited. Yay! I'm curious, because you were born and raised in BC, like you were born here in Vancouver, but you grew up in Vernon. Can you tell me a little bit about like, has this province, has this community shaped how you are as an artist in any way? Like being a Canadian, tell me a little bit about your inspiration.
Well, first of all, so much. I love Canada. It was like obviously where I started doing all of this, and I started so young, and I automatically had so much support, and that was just such an amazing thing to see. So I'm super, super grateful, and especially in the crazy times that we're going through in the world right now, I could not be more proud to be Canadian and have the support from everyone in Canada.
I love that. Yes, we claim you. Yeah. If you come from here, you are ours. We are proud.
I love it.
That's awesome. You've been doing a bit of traveling too. I saw your Instagram. You were over in the UK and France. Tell me a little bit about, were you doing music? Were you just chilling?
I've kind of been living just having fun, because there was a period of time, especially after COVID, where I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to travel, and I kind of started getting myself back out there and just trying to do things that aren't also just work related, that are just fun and feed the soul. So I'm just living life.
Living life. Yeah. I love it. Where is your like bucket list destination next? Where do you want to go?
I have so many. I would love to go to Japan. I have so many, but like Italy is my favorite place in the world, so I would love to go back soon.
Totally. Yeah. I love Italy so much.
The food, everything. It's so good.
Honestly.
I know. The vibes. It's amazing.
The vibes, immaculate. The food, immaculate.
Yes.
So agree. And I'm not just saying that because I'm Italian as well. But
I love that. Even better.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Olivia. I appreciate you
much.
chatting with us. And we can't wait to see what's next. This single is incredible. And I know it's gonna get to that audience that needs to hear it. So I appreciate you
so much. I really appreciate it. It was so much fun. Thank you.